Welcome back to Fox Explainer. Today I'm going to show you a fantasy horror movie from 2014 called The Vampire Academy. Spoilers ahead. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Watch out and take care. Rose Hathaway and Lissa Dragomir are both teenagers who are vampires and live together in secret. Rose has a one-way connection to Lissa, which means she can see and do anything Lissa can. In the middle of the night, Lissa dreams that her family was killed in a car accident 2 years ago. Rose sees it, too, and runs to Lissa's room to wake her up. The two ran away from the Vampire Academy, where they had been studying for 2 years. Lissa is a royal member of a magical vampire race called the Moroi. Rose, on the other hand, is a human vampire hybrid who goes by the name Dampier. Damper are trained to protect Morrow and eat the same things humans do, while Morrow use magic and live off blood. Both Damper and Morrow die, and their lives are about the same length. Rose starts to feed her best friend with her own blood when she sees that Lissa is hungry. When Rose and Lissa see that the guardians of the academy are watching them, they run away quickly. However, Dimitri, a Damper guardian, finds them and sends them back to the Vampire Academy. When they get there, they are attacked by a group of Strigi. Now we meet the bad vampire, the true nightmare of the Damper and the Morrow. The Strigi only come out at night. They are dead and can only be killed by a silver stake. Plus, only a Morrow can become a Strigi if they drink their victim's blood. After a while, they manage to get rid of the Strigi and get inside with the help of Spiridon, another guardian. The Vampire Academy, which is also called Street Vladimir Academy, has many Damper and Morrow students from all over the world. The Damper are trained to be guardians, and the Morrow learn magic and become air, fire, water, or earth users. Street Vladimir, who started the academy, is an epic Morrow who has a rare magic power. The Vampire Secret Society has its own government, with a leader from each of 12 royal families. Tatiana is the current queen, and Lissa will take her place when she dies. So, Lissa dropping out of school and running away with Rose is such a scandal at the institute. Not long after that, Lissa and Rose are taken to Ellen, the headmistress, who is angry with them for running away. Victor, the school's headmaster and a friend of Lissa's parents, comes to help. Victor is sick and dying, so both Lissa and Rose feel bad for him. Ellen wants to kick Rose out of school, but Lissa uses compulsion on her, and Ellen immediately changes her mind. Here, the two people find out that an instructor, Miss Sonia Karp, is no longer at the institute. In a flashback, Rose remembers talking to Lissa, who was nervous because she hadn't told anyone about her magic yet. Later, Lissa helped a raven that was about to die. Sonia was there to see it. At school, Aaron, who used to be Lissa's boyfriend, is one of Maya's group of bullies. In the meantime, Rose is back to training and sees Mason again, who has a crush on her. Suddenly, Rose feels the bond and sees Lissa talking with Christian, the previous prince. She seems to like him a little bit. People look down on Christian because his parents turned themselves into Stridia on purpose. Rose is a great choice to be Lissa's guardian because she has a special relationship with her. She has to go to Dimitri's training because of this. The next day, Rose runs into Victor while Lissa is at the cafeteria, where the Morrow line up to get blood from their human feeder. He asks Rose to watch out for Natalie, his daughter. Rose, Lissa, and Natalie go to church on Sunday night with Jesse, a Morrow who has his eye on Rose. Rose hears in the church that Street Vladimir could save the dying but was sad. Anna, his shadow-kissed guardian, helped him see through because they were close. All of a sudden, an explosion outside quickly gets everyone's attention. Someone has left a threat message for Lissa on the memorial for her family. Lissa and Rose think it is because of Mia. Rose suddenly feels a connection to Lissa and realizes that she isn't well. Meanwhile, Lissa is traumatized when she sees a dead fox hanging on her front door on purpose. Rose quickly runs to her and calms her down. The next day at school, Mia acts like she's giving her friends an oath and asks the teacher to read it out loud. In the note, Mia says that Lissa lives off Rose's blood, which is a bad thing in the vampire world. At that point, Ray, another classmate, also spreads rumors about the two. All of a sudden, Christian, who is sick of being bullied, gets angry and sets Ray on fire. After class, Lissa sees Christian flirting with him at the holy ground, which worries Rose because she thinks he is a creep. Later, since the rumor about Lissa and Rose is such a big deal, Queen Tatiana calls Lissa to the stage and criticizes her in front of everyone. When Natalie and Rose go into Lissa's room, they see a threat message written in blood on the wall. As revenge, Lissa decides to force everyone except Mia to join her side. Later, Rose runs into Christian and tells him to get away from Lissa. which hurts their relationship. The next day, Rose has a training session with Dmitri and starts to like him. After class, Rose sees that Lissa is using coercion to get the others on her side, leaving Mia alone. At this point, Lissa runs into Christian, and they both misunderstand each other because they don't know that Rose has messed up their relationship. Later, Natalie and Rose find out why Mia did what she did and find out that Mia once dated Lissa's now dead brother, Andre. As their relationship ended badly, Mia hates Lissa's family and takes things to a whole other level. Mason tells Rose about the bandage he found on Jesse and Ray's wrists while they were training with some other damper friends. Mason and Rose start to follow Mia because they think Helen may have something to do with Lissa's problems. The next day, Rose goes into Ellen's office without her permission to find out what happened to Sonia Karp. A videotape of Sonia's last days in the hospital shows that she had mental health problems, but the footage from Sonia's 6th day has been cut. After a few days, Lissa is back on top and even gets her ex-boyfriend Darren back. Mia is sad and left alone in a corner. But Rose is the one who can feel and understand Lissa the most because of their special bond. Lissa will lose her true self if she keeps using the compulsion. Rose goes up to Christian and tells him that she made it hard for him to be with Lissa. She asks Christian to find out about Sonia, but he says no. Now Lissa is popular again at school and throws a party. As she starts doing her magic, her arm starts to itch, which makes Rose feel the same way. Rose warns Lissa about a bigger, unknown threat, while Lissa finds out that Rose ruined her relationship with Christian. At this point, Natalie walks up and joins them. When a Psyhound howls from far away, Rose tells Natalie and Lissa to run away. Moments later, they find Lissa's backpack on a fountain with cameras set up all around it. Lissa opens her backpack and sees that her cat, Oscar, is dead. She tries to save the cat but fails because it has been dead for a long time. Lissa passes out when some scratches on her wrist show up. Suddenly, Rose thinks of Sonia, who told her that she is shadow-kissed. Sonia also used coercion on Rose and told her to run away with Lisa. After a while, Rose is called to the school board and starts to explain why she ran away. She adds that Lissa could help the dying but needs help because she is depressed. But the Board of Education doesn't believe her. At this point, Rose demands to see Sonia's last day footage and finds out something shocking. Sonia became a Striga to stop feeling pain from using spirit magic. In the meantime, Lissa talks to the school board and denies what Rose has said. Since Sonia is the only one who can help Lissa, Dmitri suggests that Rose ask Christian for help. Rose finds out that Lissa can use the rare magic spirit, which Street Vladimir mastered when he was alive. But using spirit will cause the user pain. Lissa sees Rose and Christian saying goodbye, but she misunderstands what they are saying. Rose then chases Lissa and tells her about the real danger. She tells the truth about Sonia, who turned herself into a Striga because she couldn't handle the pain left by spirit. As Rose follows Lissa, one of her feet falls into a hole and breaks. Later, Rose wakes up in the hospital with her ankle healed. She rushes to see Lissa, and they finally make up. After finding out that Lissa really does have spirit magic, Ellen walks in and says that Lissa and Rose will be kept apart until the advisors from Romania arrive. This means that they will not be able to go to the Equinox dance in the evening. But Victor gives them permission to. Later, Spiridon and Dmitri take Lissa and Rose shopping to get ready for the party. Rose is given a flash of UV light, which could buy her some time if she ends up fighting a Strigi. Lissa and Rose plan to catch the person who is bothering Lissa in the act while they are walking around the mall. Back at the academy, everyone dresses up for the dance. Natalie gives Rose the necklace and says it's a thank you gift from her dad, Victor. The dance begins. While Lissa and Christian are making up and kissing, Jesse and Ray are brought to Rose. Finally, they admit that they helped Mia spread rumors about Lissa and bother her. Still, they have nothing to do with the cat. Ray then reluctantly asks Natalie to dance because Rose makes him. While Lissa and Christian are dancing, Mia comes over and starts messing with them. As Lissa leaves, Rose confronts Mia and finds out that she is not also responsible for the cat. This means that there is a bigger threat coming for Lissa. After showing everyone Maya's real face and knocking her out in front of everyone, Rose is dragged away by a guardian and later held in Ellen's office. In the meantime, Christian finds Lissa on holy ground and calms her down. But all of a sudden, someone he doesn't know hits him unconscious, blindfolds Lissa, and takes her away. Seeing that through her connection to Lissa, Rose quickly finds a way to get out and calls Dmitri for help. Now that Lissa's life is in danger, Dmitri brings Rose and Christian along with him and his fellow guardians to save her. Rose starts to connect with Victor and realizes that he is the one who planned the kidnapping. Spiridon is also on his side. Victor wants to take his rightful place on the throne, so he forces Lissa to cure him of the disease and give up her life for his. Since Lissa won't help Victor get better, Victor brings a blind dare user to choke her. In the end, Victor gets what he wants. Lisa heals him. The Guardians go to where Victor lives. Dimitri starts beating up the guards while Christian and Rose run upstairs to try to get into the room where Lissa is being held. But Lissa kills one of the guards and gets out of the room through a window. When Victor in the control room sees this, he sets his trained Psyhounds free and sends a helicopter to get her. Victor runs away while Dimitri tries to get into the control room. Spiridon has always been jealous that Dimitri was the best guardian, so as he walks in, he starts to shoot. In the end, Dimitri knocks Spiridon out. In the meantime, Rose and Christian save Lissa when a guy from the helicopter tries to take her away. All of a sudden, Victor shoots Christian in the back, killing him. Next, Victor tries to kill Rose, but Dimitri shows up and takes him away. Victor tells his Psyhounds to kill Lissa and Rose, which surprises them. But in the end, Christian uses his magic to set fire to the Psyhounds. When Lissa saw that Christian was hurt, she asked Rose to feed her so she could save him. The next day, Victor is taken downstairs to his cell to get ready for his trial. Rose finds out when she goes to see Victor that he has been watching Lissa since the accident that killed her family. He says that Lissa's spirit came back to life when she was afraid of seeing Rose dead. This helped Lissa get better and brought the two of them closer together. While Victor tells Rose the truth, a few guards are knocked out behind her. To her surprise, Natalie shows up and tells her that she has killed Ray and turned herself into a Striggy. Rose tries to attack her, but she keeps getting beaten up because Natalie is now much stronger. It turns out that Natalie and Victor planned to kidnap Lissa. She's also the one who killed the cat. Natalie says she was so scared in school because she isn't perfect, which is why she did it. At this point, Rose buys herself some time by shining the flashlight on Natalie. She quickly grabs the silver knife and is about to finish her off. But Natalie turns around and begs Rose, making her hesitant. Natalie takes the chance and kicks Rose into a corner. After getting there and seeing that Victor is running away, Dimitri quickly knocks him out and runs to save Rose. He uses the silver knife to try to kill Natalie, but she kicks it out of his hand. In the meantime, Rose quickly choked Natalie from behind to give Dimitri time to finish her off. A few days later, Lissa and Rose meet up. Lissa finds a line in a book that shows how they are like Street Vladimir and Anna, his shadow-kissed guardian. Queen is about to start talking when Lissa steps in and says that spirit is her magic. When Dimitri and Rose meet outside, he finally tells her that he likes her. Sonia leads other Strikers away from the academy. They hide in a dark cave. That's all for now. I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe for more and hit the like button to help me out, and also leave a comment if you want me to explain your favorite film. Until next time, take care.